everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me are my two co-hosts,
Chris Weir! What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Fart Dunge.
And Jake Paulson.
Hey, look at that. We are truly in mid-season form on the intros. And as always, the show brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the taste of Cincinnati. Cincy Light is a refreshingly crisp lager brewed in partnership with Cincy Reigns, benefiting student athletes. This easy drinking classic is the perfect way to celebrate the Queen City. Raise a toast to triumph that the red and black shall reign. Cincy Light is available year-round in 12 packs, 24 packs, and on draft. And also, tall cans, which I wish were at the ballpark.
Mm-hmm. We can make it happen.
One of these days, we just need to get a petition floating around like, hey, Cincy Light, GABP, a match made in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Fire it up.
Those are our priorities. We need to make sure we got our tall daddies out there.
Tall daddies for all the Cincinnati daddies. Mm-hmm. That's right, baby. How was everybody's weekend?
Pretty tight, I think. We went to the opening day. That was fun. Great time up until it wasn't. Seriously, it was honestly a really good time. I had a lot of fun. But I did rewatch that game. But other than that, I went to last night, Commonwealth Sanctuary, doing some comedy. That was fun. Good show. And then today, went out to Logan's birthday party and also was listening to the Reds game for a bit.
There you go.
Yeah, it was packed.
It's a great weekend.
It was busy. It was fun, productive. Mm-hmm. We went 1-3, but I feel like we really took the series in my heart.
1-3, yeah.
At least we did.
Yeah, we did. We went 3 for 3. Honestly,
we really did. We were crushing it.
We did a great job. Jake and I were mostly together the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had opening day, which was fantastic. The Taglio event, which went great. The Queen City Coney Pizza's alive and well. Go get your pie today. It's baseball season. Enjoy a Detroit-style pizza crust with chili and hot dogs and cheese on it. I did.
Yummy.
It was fantastic.
It was delicious. Yeah.
It was so good.
I have yet to enjoy a slice of that, but I will say, now, I feel like people are trying to take some of your Riz a bit. I'm seeing, your style of pizza out everywhere now.
Yeah, dude. I saw that Wayfair Tavern. Mm-hmm. They have their version, which, you know what?
I heard they're a very great thing, and also, it's not like an exclusive sort of, thing or whatever, but, man, I'm just saying, you may have inspired the zeitgeist in Cincinnati when it comes to pizza.
Sure, I feel that. Look, I think the first to market that in recent memory was Fireside. Mm-hmm. They did their chili pizza, but and then it's even grown even more. Then we did Taglio, and then Dewey's did theirs with Skyline, and then Wayfair has theirs, and then what was it? Northside Yacht Club had the Sky Rosa night. Or during opening day. It's it's really evolved into something beautiful. And look, I'm just happy I started pushing the rock down the mountain.
You should be honored. You started a real movement here.
Doing the Lord's work.
It's a loose movement.
Yeah. There's a lot of movements involved. But
it's a lot.
It's a loose stool movement.
Loose stool. Hey, you know what? End times are near, so might as well just eat chili on everything. That's my motto. I felt good about that. And then, so we did opening day, all the festivities. Taglio, Moorline Lager House. Thanks to Sports with Strawberry Ice for having us on. That was fun.
Absolutely.
It was a good time. Got to pop on there. That was, I was coming in stride from over the bridge and eventually got to hop on. But that was good. Good little chit-chat.
Was that the sweatiest you've ever done a pod?
No, I've done sweatier. Come on, buddy. That one and that, I definitely was walking across the bridge. Took me a little bit to get there. So, I did have a nice little base cooking. But I've done worse.
Yeah. We've done this on a Sunday where it's
just hanging on by a thread.
I think doing Bruja, too. We've done a pod before, and that is during the ripe summer in Cincinnati in August. Normally, and they haven't done that in a while, but I've definitely was wearing shorts and could have been wearing a lot less.
Oh yeah, dude! And even they were like, "Oh, we'll do it under the tunnel." I'm like, "Well, that means the air is stagnant. We're just in a hot sweat factory, dude. This sucks."
Yeah, Don't worry. Well, there'll be a bunch of people out there just spitting at you on the street from all angles.
Yeah. We'll just have people with just 2 pieces of paper going like this. Here you go. There's a little fan.
We brought palm leaves this year.
Oh, good thing I'm wearing a towel as a diaper so you can feed me cherries.
Oh, well, we should also put out good vibes for Brewha. We're putting out vibes for some nice tall beers for Cincy Light. We got to put out some nice vibes for Brewha. Another beer festive situation.
Oh, man. Love to have that back. But, so we did that, and then we went to the game. It was a zoo, per usual. The game happened. We'll cover that later, obviously. And then, what? We went to, where did we go?
I don't
We
even
went to
remember.
In Between.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah. And then Longfellow?
In Between. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went home.
Yes.
Yes, because we, at that point, needed to be taken home.
Yeah, I mean, we put in a shift at Longfellow. We were there for a while.
We were?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're in the back doing dishes.
I felt like
Shots.
we were there 10 minutes.
Shots?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was trying to find a new Fernet because they didn't have Fernet or something. I forget. It was getting fuzzy at that point.
Yeah, I don't.
But we ended up doing a shot of acorn liqueur, which is delicious.
Oh, that was really
You guys were drinking Pine Sol again. I'm telling you. You're rooting around underneath cabinets in the bathroom. That wasn't a bartender. That was the bathroom dude.
We were just mixing bleach and pneumonia.
That was an aperitif. Those were mints. Stole them.
They said they would clean us out. Oh, then we had this really cool shot. It was called like Agent Orange. I don't know. It was delightful. And then, so Friday, I went to the Unheard of shoe launch. That was pretty awesome. Shout out Phil Lipschitz. He killed it again. 2 new pairs of shoes. He collabed with Adidas. Fantastic. It was packed. All these shoe influencers and just everybody.
Is it just feet? That's all it is.
Yeah, shoe influencers are just dudes that are like come out of the basement once a year, just getting real close. Yeah, that's a nice. When's the last time you changed your socks? Man, how much you want for that pair? Yeah, it was great. And then we were in the Diamond Club yesterday. Had about 13 John Dailies.
Ooh, girl. What was some of the food? Can you give me the highlights?
Ooh, buddy,
did you get to try some of the new stuff? Did you get a dog?
They didn't have that in the Diamond Club. I know. But here's what they did. They said it was an Irish theme. And I was like, okay. So Irish themed always means beef and broccoli with rice.
Just sauerkraut. A helmet filled with sauerkraut.
Shit, caught it. Knew that was going to happen.
That's all good.
Getting real wet over here.
Steal some of your water.
Yeah. I'm going to move George Carlin real quick, though.
Oh, that's fine.
you go.
A little soupy. That's good.
It's all right.
It was a gift.
It was, yes. Hey, you know what? I bet we can find another one of those.
And it's just a Toledo window box, and I haven't watered it in years, so thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it was really drying out. No, so they had beef and broccoli with rice, but they did have corned beef brisket. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed I missed out.
Yeah, you ate before.
It was a poor move. I had 3
What are you doing?
cheese conies like an hour and a half before we got to the Diamond Club.
3 cheese curds an hour and a half before.
I don't know the rules yet.
You don't know the rules.
I was like, the rules are full-free buffet. Yeah. You starve yourself for 14 hours. Just water and whey. That's it.
I still got to take part in another Irish staple of crab rangoon.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They were tasty.
Yeah.
Would you go to like P.F. Chang's before?
No, they had them in the Diamond Club.
Yeah. They were the
okay.
chef special when you were out in the seats.
Oh, okay.
One thing I did do, this is some real fat boy shit. Cervati carrot cake. And then they had an ice cream station, sea salt caramel gelato. And I put that on the carrot cake. And I walked in with the carrot cake to the guy working the ice cream. He was working it. And I went up and I was like, can I get a scoop of that sea salt caramel gelato? And he went, do you want it on the plate or the cake? And I went, Carrie! He was like, this is my guy. And I handed it to him, and I was like, last year you guys had cookies, and I grabbed 2 of them, and we made ice cream sandwiches. And he was like, I knew you were a good guy.
I knew you were good people.
You're good people, you little fatty. You just get the anticipation, one bead of sweat. You're like,
Making friends with soda jerks. That's awesome. Dude, that sounds really good. Did you see the Yankees tiramisu thing that they have?
Dude.
In a helmet?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It looks super good. And I think there might be, isn't there like some sort of champagne involved, I believe?
I
think it's like a bougie sort of thing. But just like visually alone, it's like, I would get that. I would go there, get drunk off tiramisu hats. They'd have to cut me off. Like, sir, you have gout. Cut it.
Cut it out, or we're cutting off a foot. Okay, here
Is
we
it
go.
in like a helmet?
It is in the helmet, and they
my
dust it
God.
and everything. I want to say there's some sort of Prosecco involved. Oh, what in the world is that?
This is your sign to make a car tiramisu for your next road trip, where they just opened up the middle console of their car and filled it with tiramisu. But yeah, little helmet of tiramisu.
People are getting after it, and that's what I love seeing. I like seeing the embracement more so of like, okay, let's get creative with some other food stuff here, because that is like, it's baseball, it's Americana, it's beer, it's food. Let's let's delve into it.
Let's really launch into it. Dude, somebody posted, and I'm so mad. I'm livid. Someone posted that the Mets had a special where it was 12 hot dogs in an actual batting helmet. And they're like, it's $26. And I was like, that's a deal for 12 hot dogs. And then they were like, no, it's fake. It's AI generated. And I was like, who's that person that did this?
Wrecked my dreams?
Was this Grok? I'm getting Grok. He's going down. I'm so mad. I was like, dude, just a helmet full of my favorite thing?
Yeah.
I was planning a trip. You
I
understand?
know you were about ready to change area codes. We had to stop you. It was like, Billy, it's AI, clearly.
Babe, we can sell our house and move to Queens. It's not that bad. We'll find new lives. But yeah, I was so livid. The Reds, we didn't even talk about this. The Reds' new food options. We had the street tacos.
Yeah, we
new
had a few
ones.
bites of those. Really nice.
Dude, that brisket was really good.
Yeah, surprisingly really good. 3 nice tacos with the brisket. There was some pulled pork, and was like a chicken situation.
It was like carnitas and then chicken. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Really good. So tacos, A+, thumbs up over here.
Yeah. Did you have anything on opening day?
Nothing. A lot of beer.
Okay.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
It tasted great.
What beers did you get?
Whichever ones were available.
Okay.
Just the ones you drank beforehand?
Yeah, I was kind of rolling through. I had some Mick Ultras, Bud Light, I don't get many of these regional ones up there. It's just a lot of Coors Light.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
full Coors Light territory.
Word.
Now you're getting the diversity
Yes.
of the Missouri specials.
Yummy.
Also, you have to pick and choose the amount of things you get, because the lines obviously are bananas at this time. So you can you can't really experience everything opening day. Opening day, you are just part of the experience. You are participating in the pandemonium. So I did not get to eat anything besides like snacking on the tacos there. But yeah, I really want to try the Geta dogs.
What is that?
Oh, it's just Billy can.
Jamie, pull it up.
Yeah, I don't want to tread in Billy's territory, but that's what I had my eyes on. Didn't get to do that, but I did have several of, I think they were called beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just did the standard. I got a couple Rheingeist, I believe.
Got some Truth.
Truth. Yeah, we had to start off doing it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am going to cash in heavily on all the new food specials coming up here, but it didn't happen opening day.
Okay, so here's the street tacos we had. The carne asada street taco, the chicken adobo street taco, and then just the street taco with the chicken. So, very good. But, dude, okay, listen to this. Red's double-decker Gleer's Geta Slugger. Gleer's Geta Patty, a split Gleer's brat, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, served on slider buns.
Wild. That sounds so good.
Yeah, I'm empty. Just signed, dude, done. Well, wow. I think I'm going to go find that tomorrow. Today, I have tickets to the game. Shout out Hilltop for getting me tickets. And then there's this one. Gleer's Geta Patty, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, served on slider. Wait a minute. That's a double dip. That's a double Yeah, okay. One has the brat, one doesn't have the brat. And then, dude, this. Big Mott's chicken parm sandwich. Crispy chicken tender, Big Mott's stick, provolone cheese, marinara sauce, and banana peppers on a hoagie roll, served with kettle chips. It's like this big.
Dude, I mean, I'm all for this, but for some reason, someone eating chicken parm in a stadium in a hot summer just seems like that is a pure maniac. You need to be escorted out of here.
You mean they're called Italians? This is some
I don't mean to attack your culture.
No, that's not mine.
Sweaty guys with Capicola like falling off their chest.
Excuse me, brother. Are you coming after me? Hey.
It seems like way too overindulgent.
Oh, we just like to have a gabagool when it's 97 degrees, 110% humidity. We like to sweat like our meat sweats.
I just don't think pasta should be involved in like sporting events. It's just too crazy.
I love a good bow tie pasta.
I don't want to see people eating spaghetti like out in the stands. And that's not supposed to be directed towards anybody.
Yeah. With the wife pleaser tank top, if that's what we have to call it now.
No, that's a shirt-off sandwich, I guarantee.
Shirt-off sandwich. Hey, my wife kicked me out.
I gotta get the big stick. So you got that, and then you got, dude, the 50 West soft pretzel double cheeseburger, double smash burger with American cheese topped with focaccia cheese, house mustard on a pretzel bun with crinkle fries. Oof. And the thing that they don't mention that's in there, jalapenos.
Girl,
there we go. Kick it up.
Yeah. This is wild. The Red Legs Barbecue Walking Taco. Collaboration between Grippo's and Montgomery Inn, combining Saratoga chips with pulled pork, barbecue sauce, and coleslaw.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
The Montgomery Inn Saratoga chips with the Grippo seasoning.
I dig that. I like the Saratoga chips, Grippo seasoning.
Yeah.
That's a pass. That gets me.
Well, that's a good one. And then there was another real good one on here. Oh, Wilbur Mustard Company is now in the ballpark. That's huge.
Yeah.
Finally got him.
Finally. About time. Really got him. But yeah, those are the new selections. I'll probably have a few of those on Monday, and still trying to figure out why I'm not invited to this event.
But they are banning napkins. No more. It's going to be a sloppy stadium. That's what they said. Get in all the nacho cheese. No napkins. No wet wipes.
So I heard this for the Big Mott's chicken parm. To order it, I have to pull out my gold chain.
It has like a little key thing. They're going to scan the gold chain. Beep,
beep, beep. Oh, it's fake. He's good.
Starts playing Frank Sinatra.
They check in the back of my neck. It's green. We got him. We got him good.
Show him your jersey tattoo. Oh, just put it on my jersey tat. Keep it open.
Did you not see my rip tats? It's the nutritional facts. It says 100% Italian, 100% loyal, 100% family, 100% sweaty all the time. 100% gabagool.
100% gabagool.
Gabagool. Yeah, dude. So there's some new food options, and I'm very excited to get them.
I can't wait to enjoy them, and we're going to break them down for you. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the crab rangoons in the Diamond Club were fantastic.
Yeah, they're tasty.
They were really good. And then here's what I found out. Did you know the crab rangoon is the same as the General Tso? Not invented in China.
Interesting.
Yeah. Guess where it was invented? Just take a whack.
Milwaukee.
So close. Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Basically the same place.
Yeah. They always say that Milwaukee's the Beverly Hills of Wisconsin. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that could be on like a chili dog for like the Dodgers or whatever, for something some people are doing that are sitting here.
Interesting.
Perhaps.
Yeah. We'll see, I guess.
You hate it.
I do.
You hate it so much. I pitched it to him and he was like, this sounds awful.
As much as I love hearing you breathe in videos, Billy.
I'm just concerned about your health.
Yeah. I'm having fun.
It's baseball season.
It's baseball,
baseball
dude.
season.
I'm going to sweat it out. I'm walking because
Yeah.
it's nice out.
Your insistence on putting chili on each one.
Yeah, it's a chili cheese cone.
But you had an out with the crab rangoon idea. You could have done sweet chili. It's still a chili sauce.
But it's not Cincinnati chili.
Fuck.
The man has a theme.
The man has I have a theme and objective unless there is Well, since soy doesn't exist anymore, but they used to make like a sweet chili sauce, but it was like a company locally that made like tamari sauce.
Yeah,
and
it traditionally goes with crab rangoon, and it would be genius.
Now that could work, but the company doesn't exist anymore.
Or like
And
a
now I'm
chili
going to have to
dipping.
watch him pour chili onto crab rangoon, and I'm going to have to throw up.
No, it'll be like a Seattle dog, where I make the filling and I put it on the side of the hot dog.
You know, crab rangoon with like a chili dipping sauce doesn't sound bad. Like in exchange for like the duck sauce, I can get behind that. That doesn't sound bad.
That's just me then.
Fine. You know what? You're going to have to come over and eat it with me, and you're going to have to literally eat your words.
You can put crow in it so that I can just two birds
I would
with
rather
one stone.
eat crow than eat your chili crab rangoon.
Crazy that for crow, that's Baltimore.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe. You know. So then you can come over and eat crow twice, motherfucker.
Crow po' boys.
Crow boys.
Crow boys.
It's just used needles. Oh boy, we have baseball to talk about.
Use needles and bird feed.
Oh, that's the name of this episode. Use needles and bird feed. Presented by Cincy Light. Boy, howdy. Okay, we went through the weekend. Let's start with a leak. The San Francisco Giants City Connects have leaked. I like them.
Yes, it's a fresh new look. I think it looks pretty slick.
Snazzy, man.
Yeah.
It looks so much better than whatever that white travesty was that they put out.
Yeah, the San Francisco fog
fog
ones.
thing.
Yeah, it just didn't. I like the idea, but it didn't
It's too
translate.
high concept.
Yeah.
This looks great. I like how it's like the subtle texture thing that you see a lot of them doing, but then they have like that kind of skewed up giant script, but it's more of like a tag situation where it seems like a kind of painted script on there. And then it also kind of has like the funky gradient of behind it of the purple and orange. And it kind of looks, or it starts to remind me of the Grateful Dead a little bit. When you look at that patch, that is very much reminiscent of a Grateful Dead font.
Yeah, the sleeve patch for sure, I think.
And same with that bottom patch with like the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And the patterns there, it's heavily leaning into it. Mm-hmm. And what I'm hoping for is purple pants.
Yes. Purple pants or the orange. And whatever they do, vice versa, it has to be either purple pants, orange socks.
Yes.
Orange pants, purple socks. It will look banging.
Now, the hat, do we have any guesses what it's going to be?
Like as far as like a logo?
Yeah, because it's got a couple, like, you know, the hat logo that's somehow incorporated onto the jersey.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bold, but hopefully it's the sleeve patch. That would make an amazing hat.
Yeah, that would be sick with the like glove flower.
Yeah, probably not with the established date on it, but if they just went with the Giants and, kept it a little simpler.
What? Yeah, I could see them doing the G there, and maybe if they had like a flower as like the background, like a silhouette of
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, that
doing
would look
something
slick.
into it.
Yeah, it would look good.
Yeah. Either way, I'm really stoked on the way this looks so far.
Here's my guess. It's going to be that G with the crazy outline, the lightning bolt behind it.
Okay. I think that would look good too.
Really lean into it. And it better be one of those 3-tone hats where it's like black bill, purple, orange.
Okay.
Ooh, that would look nice.
That look good. They've just given me hope with how good this is.
Yeah.
That I hope they follow through.
Okay.
Because, they did a couple of the multi-tones for like the Cubs one has that. Does the Nationals have the multi-tone?
The new one might.
I think the new one does,
Yeah.
which we didn't talk about.
I could
it
definitely
was
see
kinda
like
boring.
Yeah.
like a front color of like the orange or the purple, black on the back, black bill or orange bill. Yeah, I think they've got a lot of options here, and I'm stoked. And if they do lean into the Grateful Dead stuff and throw that lightning bolt behind it, they are going to sell an F-ton.
I think that's why they did it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, that means everyone will buy this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or it's just like a dancing bear. And they just fully go in. But no, I like it, and I like the texture on it too. I think this is a home run.
Well
Get
done.
out of here.
Nailed it. But yeah, no, this is better than the Cubs one. It beats out the Nationals one. The Nationals one was pretty boring.
Yeah, I can't even picture it in my head. Like, there's just no defining features to it.
It's a blue map.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all I got with it was a blue map, and then they got rid of the cherry blossoms, which were so cool. They just put like 2 in the center.
Yeah, that was one of the best of the original runs of City Connects.
Yeah. And the W's in like the outline, it's the shape of the Capitol building. Which like
Everyone loves the Capitol building.
Yeah.
they sure do. But yeah, no, I'm a fan. I like it. I dig it. I'm into it. I can't wait to see the rest of it. And whatever else they're gonna put out. So they've got Miami still coming up. Who else do we have? Miami.
The White Sox get a new one, right?
Yeah. White Sox.
I bet they're going to call those sound waves or something.
The
when
Yankees.
they do release it, and it's going to be like a lightning bolt or something, that texture, the wavy thing. I was just looking at that. Oh, because like once you were really talking about the Grateful Dead, I think those lines, they're going to say they're like sound waves.
It's like a topography map.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah. Oh, it could be the San Andreas fault. That's what they're doing. Maybe.
That makes sense. Nope, this isn't a James Bond podcast.
Getting your podcast.
Different pods,
Crossing your streams.
I can't do it. Yeah, that could be the San Andreas fault. That makes sense. Man, I just love that San Francisco little patch in that corner too. Like they are gonna make so many cool just shirts and shit from this. They're gonna.
What if that was the hat? The San Francisco script. That would look slick.
Ooh, yeah, with like.
It's a lot of stitching for a hat.
Well, what you can do is it's called like a dye sub patch where you print this on a sheet of polyester and you basically hit. Okay, well, fuck you. You wanted the insight, you ass, and I was going to tell you how they could do it, and they just basically print on it, cut it, and they fucking heat press it on, you dick. Oh, okay. I made it interesting. Hey, did you like I was aggressive? Fuck, man. Torpedo bats. They're here, and they're here to stay because I guess they're legal. Yankees went out and hit 27 home runs this weekend. Aaron Judge hit a ball, and it broke a lady's tiramisu helmet. What is going on here? How are these legal?
I mean, there's pretty loose rules for what constitutes a bat in Major League Baseball.
Well, they have wiffle ball bats now.
They're following all the rules.
What rules?
All it defines is length and width, man. And it's got to be one solid piece of wood.
And width is really important. I tell you, a lot more important when people tell you. I mean, not nearly as important as length.
That's right.
Yeah. And a grip is really good, too.
Really good grip. Got to be careful with that tar on there. It might slide right out of your hands.
Yeah, that's natural. That's normal.
It's normal, babe. Normal. So you're saying that the official rule is that it is one solid piece of wood.
Yeah,
in length and width.
Yeah, 4.2 inches of width, and then the length is 42 inches. I think. I don't know the exact measurements, but yeah, it's a very loose set of rules. I mean, you could walk up there with a plank of wood if you wanted to, as long as it wasn't wider than 4 inches or whatever it is.
Okay. And so they're just letting these fly, and everyone is honing in on the Yankees. There are other people using this bat. This is the tush push of the MLB this year.
Good comp.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim to know all the ins and outs of the specifics and nuances of the bat rule. And also, it's so brand new. I don't have enough data to know one way or another, like how much it does or doesn't impact things. I think right off the bat, it looks goofy. It looks a bit wimpy. It kind of looks like an uncircumcised bat. It's like, can we pull it back a little bit? Can we pull it back? It looks, I'm not sure. Can I touch it? And it does kind of have, it does also look like juggling pins a bit, like long clown pins. I don't know how much placebo goes into hitters maybe thinking that they're up there with like Mike's magic potion, his secret stuff. But there's definitely what they're saying is just moving it according the sweet spot down to where a player most frequently impacts on their own bat. So in theory, that makes a lot of sense to me that it would have positive benefits, but I just do not know.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does.
No, but I will say this, though. It seems strange that if Ellie previously could not have on the bottom of his bat a component that in no way affects his swing or the bat itself, if that was deemed illegal, even though it was previously approved by the MLB, if that is problematic, then I have a hard time understanding why these new, clearly different pieces of wood, or seemingly visually bizarre, is A-okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I think this feels like you know what it feels like? Straight up, it feels like bird scooters. Remember how they just showed up in towns? They just dropped them off. They're like, have fun.
Yeah. These exist now.
They're here. And it's like, are we sure they're legal? And they're like,
We'll find out.
What is legal?
yeah, what is legal? We'll just fight the court.
There's going to be some incidents.
There's going to be some things. People are losing teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Chad's breaking his left arm. Okay. But they just showed up, and then towns were just like, especially when they showed up first in San Francisco, people were like, no, and just started chucking them into the harbor, while other people were like, this is awesome. And eventually it was a ask for forgiveness permission situation. And I think that's what this is, where they're like, we did some studies. Here are the very loose rules. Let's see what happens. And who knows, maybe 2025 is the year of the torpedo bat, where 2019 was the year of the juice ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you? This came from the Yankees, MIT analytics department, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This could very possibly be their George Costanza, altering things right now. He was out there teeing off, in the Bronx, with this bat, his little, bowling pin bat.
His bat, 100% cotton.
But dude, I might just be like you said. I might just be like an old man shaking my fist at these electric scooters. But currently, I don't have a strong opinion about them, other than they look ugly.
Yeah, that's the main bit of information we have so far. So it just looks weird.
They look like ass.
Yeah,
They look like cricket paddles.
Yeah, it's a wiffle ball bat.
It is a wiffle ball.
It's a wiffle ball bat. Yeah. But yeah, people are starting to use them off the Yankees too. Ryan Jeffers, Junior Caminero, a couple Cubs, I forget who. But yeah.
Jazz Chisholm was using one.
Yeah.
Everyone on the Yankees was using one. And you could tell they were, because Judge hit 9 home runs over the weekend.
Was he using one too? I didn't think he was.
I don't think he is.
He isn't?
No.
Oh, I was saying, I thought he did, because that's, he almost had that home run cycle on Saturday.
He could hit 9 home runs with a toothpick. I don't think he needs the sweet spot of the bat adjusted.
I'll give you that. Totally fair.
Yeah.
But if he does adjust his sweet spot, make it longer.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yikes.
Jazz is just like, come on.
I need this. You're fine.
Yeah.
I get the first one.
And then we'll just pass it around. I don't know. I'm not old school mad yelling at the sun yet, but I'm just like, it's just odd. It just showed up, and it's just, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see how much it affects the game, and I'm interested to see if they do eventually try and change the rules down the line, which they can't change them this year. Mm-hmm. They're not just, Manfred's not going to say like, you can't have it, because that's an exact impression.
Yeah.
So,
and especially if it's improving offense, they're not going to be like, whoa, we need to tamp this down.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like, hey, we're cracking down on the sticky stuff because offense has gotten crazy.
Yeah. Especially if it's improving the Yankees offense.
It's
like, oh, good, we can put them on every Sunday night baseball game.
Yeah, which they already are. Pretty awesome. It's so cool, man. But yeah, exactly. Any big market that has them, go for it.
Yeah.
And so,
Get one in Shohei's hands.
oh my Lord.
Get the 70-70 club.
That's what they called it. The 77 Club. We gave Shohei an oar. Look what he can do with that. Pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll just see how it plays out. But it's just, we now have a storyline. Mm-hmm. Only took 3 games, and we have a season-long storyline and controversy. Who said baseball's boring?
Come on now.
I had to drop off to a client on Wednesday, and I dropped off, and I was like, "Are you excited for opening day tomorrow?" And she went, "What?" And I was like, "Opening day for baseball," and she went, "Ugh, no." No.
Did you just set those shirts on fire at that point?
I was like, okay. And I was like, all right. And then she looked at my hand. She's like, is that baseball stitching on your wedding ring? I went, yeah. She went, oh, it's a big deal to you. I was like, yeah. She went, yeah, I don't care still. I was like, have a great day.
Very pleasant human being.
You're very just, no. Oh, God, no. Ugh. So funny. But yeah. The Reds played baseball.
Yay.
The Reds played 3 games that count. How cool is that?
Oh, so cool. We got to see pitching. We got to see Hunter Green. We got to see Matt McClain stand at the ball.
And we got to see Terry Francona stand in the dugout, put his arms up, and go, I'm here. Mm-hmm. That was nice.
Yeah, super, super fun that it's begun. The campaign has begun.
It has begun. It didn't start the way that we exactly want to. 1 and 2 isn't a great start, but there's a lot of things that looked good about this team that are only going to look better. And as they improve and get pieces back, they're just going to get better. Mm. So let's start here. Who reigned this week? Brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the taste of Cincinnati. Matt McClain. Holy cow. He's already got 2 homers in 3 games. And then he was pummeling balls on opening day that were just short of the wall. Warning track power when it was chilly out there. Then it warmed up and he went, I'm going yard. And not only was he going yard, he was playing amazing defense out there. I mean, just was a vacuum on Saturday with Lodolo's start. Just sucking them up, baby, getting them in and getting them out. How awesome was it to see that?
I'm ecstatic. I mean, he's going to make this team so much better. We missed him so much last year.
Yeah,
it's already apparent.
Absolutely. We got to see that offensively, defensively, just thinking back, like, oh my goodness, this is what we were missing last year. Having a strong dude up the middle, making great plays defensively, turning to a bunch, ranging the balls that last year seemed to be, and it's, outside the range of our second baseman, and just going yard twice. So awesome.
Pummeling, dude.
Yeah.
Everything he touched, it was like just flying off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, we were 20 feet away from the first home run, and the sound of it, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was clean. Didn't even need a torpedo bat.
Yeah.
It was so cool because when he hit it, Ellie immediately went, yup. And it was so rad.
Yeah.
Just right into the left field seats. The thing that impressed me most, not just the power, but when I brought it up of him just sucking up those balls, baby. I'm watching him. I'm like, who couldn't have done this? Jonathan India.
Yeah. Doesn't even have half the range.
A quarter of the range.
Yeah.
When he had that ball that went up the middle and he stepped over second, grabbed it, stepped on second, hopped through to first, I was like, I don't think Jonathan does that.
No.
But that dive on Saturday and just getting there, knocking it down, then throwing it to first, I was like, I don't know if he does that either.
I don't think Jonathan India dives. Yeah.
No.
Not a second.
No. He does like that weird knee slide thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just so much quicker out there. It was very apparent seeing him out there, just seeing what we missed. Was very sharp, strong arm too. And my goodness, just seeing him, even the first home run that he had, didn't even get all of it, and it cleared by about like 6 rows, I feel, in left field, left center.
It was also hot and humid. So like when the ball started to fly, I was like, oh boy. Once July comes or like mid-June, he could be a 30-30 second baseman.
Oh, for sure. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We're just so excited. How can you not be? I mean, I understand losing record, all this stuff. We'll get into that. But, like, him is huge.
Yeah. Mm. And it's great seeing him dive around because it shows that he's fully confident in his body, in his health. And, like, that's one of the biggest hurdles with especially a season-ending injury is just you got to get back on the horse the next year and not let it get in your head.
Yeah, there was no hesitation, and it didn't seem like anything was affecting him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, super stoked. Mighty Matt.
Also, we just keep talking about how important CES is. Also, did you see that Terry called him Sace?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, in a post game, he called him Sace. I was like, man, Terry's listening, dude. Mm-hmm. He's been listening. But, dude, that home run he had when we were sitting there, and just the way he got to and pushed it, and it going over into the right field, into the bullpen. I was like, whew, he is going to hit those 30 home runs.
Yeah. That health is the only thing in his way. And it was off of a pitch that he had just whiffed on.
Yeah.
So it's, he's making those in-bat adjustments, and it's paying off, and I think he's going to be a great fucking hitter this year.
Dude, he's such a strong, thick dude. It's awesome. And he was hitting that ball. A lot of the Reds have been hitting the ball a lot farther back in the zone. They've been letting it travel a lot. You've been seeing Sace hit it to right field for the home run that he had. Ellie hit a couple hard ones to the opposite side when he was batting left and hit his one single that way. So it seems like, Matt McClain, CES, Ellie, a lot of these guys seem really comfortable in the box right now. And even the outs that they're making tend to be kind of loud and are a bit unfortunate. We saw a few of those this series where the ball was hit pretty hard, but just right at one of the Giants.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, Lux was pounding the ball too. Mm-hmm. A lot of lineouts, a lot of hard lineouts, and not great weather.
Yeah.
So which means with those lineouts, when it gets a little hotter, they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. They're gonna do that, and then they're going to go, and we're going to be humming. So when people are like, "Oh, if this team can pitch, we're going to be in it." I'm not too worried about I'm worried about the offense. We are a pro offense, pro Reds, long lineup. Just need to stay healthy out there, and this proves it. Also, Jammer, dude, the Jam Man, the Candy Man, 3 RBIs on opening day.
Yeah, dude. He saw, 2 pitches and got 3 RBIs or something like that. Wasted no time and wasn't getting fooled by off-speed pitches, lacing it out there, staying back. Again, looking great. They're already seemingly on a mission, it feels like. At least, I'm so excited out there. I got all these good thoughts in my head. But it did feel super nice being out there and seeing Jamer especially. That did feel really good, seeing, one, him have a great day, but also, 2, seeing him have a great day and just having fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confidence on the team right now.
Yeah.
And he didn't pull. He was pushing it, which shows that he's being patient and confident. So, again, keep lengthening the lineup. Do that. You feel good. And then once Ellie starts hitting, well, I mean, it didn't, you know what I mean? He did not have a killer week or a killer series. I mean, I've got it right here. 273, 333, 273 slugging, 606 OPS. And again, this is in 3 games. So,
He did see a lot of pitches, though. He was, I feel like he had a lot of longer, extended at-bats. In the first inning that we saw opening day with the Giants, their pitcher got 2 quick outs, and then Ellie was able to see a 7-pitch at-bat.
Yeah.
Get the walk, and then when Gavin Lux was up, the pitcher still had his mind on Ellie and was able to extend that inning, and we got a run, I believe, out of that.
Yeah, then the Candyman came up and put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ellie effect.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Was there something else? And Ellie didn't he get a walk against Verlander too?
I think so.
Yeah. So, watching that up close, it's like his patience with this hand placement, dude. And the small kick step is just, all of that is translated to him being like, I'm cool. I can take a couple pitches. I'm not. I also saw somewhere that his swing length, since he's made the hand adjustment and the leg adjustment, is a full inch.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. All right. Get around on that ball.
Yeah. So it's tighter and faster.
Yeah.
So you just love to see it. You love to see it. What else you love to see? This is pretty rad. Hunter Green had a great opening day outing. Hunter Green, he went 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 Ks. Fastball was cooking. Slider was in for strikes. Mixed in the splitter 3 times and the curveball 3 times. Later, when he was trying to mix it up in the second and third go around, I know it's early and he got in a little bit of trouble late, but would you have given him another inning?
I mean, I would have, but it's so early in the season. I understand the thought of just getting him out of there early, get the bullpen in, get their confidence up. it's going to be a long season. He doesn't have to go 6 every game,
No.
but we also know how that game turned out. So
Yeah, because you're not as long in the tooth at the pen right now.
Personally, I understood like why and when they took him out. It seemed like he was falling off potentially kind of quickly at that point. I do like all the stuff that I was seeing with him. I didn't realize he actually even threw the splitter that outing. But I do imagine if he goes longer and deeper into the games, we'll see a lot more of those, third, option pitches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why they took him out. But that was also me in that moment, not really thinking that much about how they don't necessarily have an answer for a closer.
I think that they did after the next game. I think they figured it out pretty quick.
yeah,
I think the issue was that they ran out of arms.
I think Tito kind of boxed himself in with the bullpen usage, and then before he knew it, he's like, "Well, I got to throw a righty out there," and I only got Jabot. So
Right, and I'm not going to make Graham Ashcraft, who we just moved to the pen, go out on opening day.
yeah.
And I thought we were going to see Tony Santillan close it out. However, I'll say it's the first game of the year. Everyone made that team because they're supposed to be on that team. And so this is where your secondary resume starts to come in, where it's like, okay, now show me what you can and can't do this season. So Jabot was given it a chance, and by all means, Jabot screwed that up in my estimation. However, I thought Santillan would have been the better arm to have in that situation, but if Jabot threw, 3-4 more strikes, we wouldn't be having this conversation, I feel.
Yeah, which he didn't. I mean, we can just jump to that. I mean, he threw, 14 balls?
Yeah. I mean, he just wasn't sharp.
He wasn't sharp.
And there was a sequence where he threw 4 straight, not just balls, but 4 uncompetitive pitches where any one of us could have stood in the box and watched it eat dirt and almost fly to the backstop, and which that set up the walk. And then the pitch, the hitter after that was waiting on a fastball for him to come with a strike, and he was able to punch it out enough to the right side of the field. And because we're in double play depth and CES was holding on the runner, that ball got through and set up what ended up becoming the downfall in the ninth.
Perfect analysis.
Yeah.
Well,
Look at you.
How about it? It's like I was there, and I also rewatched it because, I watched it and just wanted to see if there was something I was missing. But it truly was a good game up until it wasn't.
Right.
And Jabot had the game in his hands. He wasn't throwing strikes, which is not a winning formula, especially if you're trying to be a closer. So Tito, you can second guess that, but it's still game 1 of 162. And you just can't have a closer not throw strikes.
Right, and I would not have. I also just would not have thrown Graham Ashcraft in that situation. Games, just period. He hasn't been to the bullpen since college. It's the biggest game of the year at that point. You kind of want him comfortable, and they used him perfectly on Saturday.
Yeah, and he looked great.
He looked awesome. He was throwing 19 cutters and 2 sliders.
Yeah.
Because we were watching it, we're just sitting there. And what's also so nice this year at the ballpark too is that right field, the new graphics, where they let you know what pitch it was with the miles per. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it shows you the movement on it too, right? How much it drops.
Yep.
Yeah, the horizontal vertical break. I'm like, yes, we're like a real baseball team in a real ballpark. We caught up with everyone else, but you couldn't have done that to him. So I guess you had to go eat Tane. And he ate Tane. So I don't question Terry on it or anything. But then having eat Tane, go back out and pitch today and pitch well. Boost the confidence, get it back up. But, Ian Jabot, as much as we love Eat Tane, he's not going to be the guy who's going to be around for a while.
No, not, and definitely not at the very back end of the bullpen.
No. Oh, I mean, he might get to a point where we see him once a week, or he's just going down I-71. So, and then your first Nick Lodolo start, no control.
Yeah, but made it work.
He made it work. Look, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, no walks, 1 K. That is not a sexy line. Except that it is a quality start, and 2 earned runs is pretty sexy. What is sexy? 11 ground ball outs.
Yeah. And that's what his profile is going to generate even on an off day.
Yes.
It's tough to square Lodolo up. Like, as long as he's finishing out his pitches and healthy, you're not going to be able to elevate much that he throws.
Right. He also his high fastball wasn't a very high fastball.
No, and it was all over the map. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the chart, it's like, high inside, low inside, high outside, high, low outside. Like, he couldn't find it. And then the backdoor curveball, that just wasn't in the arsenal that day.
Yeah, burying some in the dirt, and I mean, one of them only half the ball shows up on the chart.
It's not great. You're looking at a guy who threw 32 sinkers, 24 four-seamers, 16 changeups, 14 curveballs. Normally, you would see it split between the four-seamer and the curveball because he'd be working upstairs, high inside, high outside, and then hitting you with the curveball. And he just didn't have it.
I mean, if you can't establish the fastball with any consistency, then why throw the curve? Because if you hang it, then you're screwed.
You're so screwed. And he knew that.
Yeah.
He found out pretty quick, and once he got into rhythm, good. He was just on it, ready to go. And again, 86 pitches. He was still efficient. What was that in the sixth inning? It was 7 pitches?
Yeah. And that's the third time through the lineup. That's very impressive.
Yeah, it took him a while to kind of get settled and then just have to adjust his game plan because, he clearly didn't have it, especially in the first 2.5 or 2 2/3 innings when he was having trouble getting any sort of like inside fastball for a strike, did not have the snap on his curveball, had really no confidence in it, so it seemed like he had to adjust his game plan. But if you'd have told me in the second that he was going to pitch 6 innings and only give up 2 runs, I'd be like, absolutely, please. Because I was thinking, like, he might not even make it out of the third at the rate he was throwing.
Yeah, that was at the rate I was chugging to John Daly.
Yeah, we had a similar conversation of just pounding liquor. Like, this might be a long game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we make it stay long? I like free drink.
But you know what? To get back to what you're talking about, Matt McClain, there was a handful of times where great defense behind Lodolo stopped it from being an even longer inning. And so that just comes, exponentially into play here. We see it where it didn't, it allowed Lodolo to go longer.
That's why he reigned. That's why Matt McClain reigned this week is because of that, because of his performance in the field at second base yesterday.
Yeah, he's adding runs all over the diamond.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like you look at what Jonathan India, it was on paper, the worst second baseman to turn to in all of baseball. Mm-hmm. Now you plug this in. How many more wins can this be?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, we can turn to our second baseman and look like he's doing it underwater.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He can do it himself.
Yeah.
And then you got to think with coming up with Brady Singer.
Yeah.
How good is it? How good is he going to look if he can keep the ball from not flying out?
Rhett Lauder, one of the best ground ball pitchers in all of the minors. I mean, get him healthy, get him up here.
Oh, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Nick Martinez, I would sum up today's outing with just 2 bad pitches. If it wasn't for those, we wouldn't be looking at 4 earned runs. It was 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 2 homers. Those first 4 innings, untouchable.
Masterclass in how to layer your pitches, man. It was great just seeing, like, he was topping out at 93 about for his fastball, and was able to just mix in pitches and just keep him off balance. And then they're trying to, like, I got to swing at anything I think is close because they're losing confidence in, if they're going to be able to get a hit or not.
Yeah, it's like, is he going to hit me with a sinker or the cutter? And then if he does that inside, then it's like, am I going to hunt for that? Because if you're going to start hunting for that, then you're going to get the changeup and the curveball low.
They were out in front so often, just popping balls up. Yeah, it was great to see.
Yeah. What did you think?
I did not get to watch much of the game today, hardly any, in fact, but just by the line, and I mean, it's not a quality start, but it sort of is.
It's pretty close.
Yeah,
I mean, he hung that curveball to Helio Ramos, and it's like,
Yeah.
And then, he tried to go, he went inside on Chapman. That's where he wanted to go, but Matt Chapman's like, I'm Matt Chapman?
Yeah.
I'm going to murder this thing.
Yeah, I'm a professional hitter, sir.
Sir. And, man, watching him all weekend at third, he's worth every freaking penny.
Yeah, he can pick it.
not just Pickett, he ended the game, ended the comeback today with Hurtabees being a dum-dum and just it's like, why are you running towards me? I have the ball, tag, throw it at first. There's 2 outs, and actually it's 3 outs, and Ellie, you're not going to get to bat because of me.
Yeah, that was extremely stupid.
It was so dumb. Where it's one of those base running gasps where you're like, makes you wonder when Austin Hayes comes back, which one's going down? I think I have my answer.
Yeah.
So, the bullpen we already covered, with Eat Tane, and we covered with Ashcraft the whole situation on Thursday. Rogers did not look sharp today as well. Didn't look great, but I think that again, I'm not worried. It's game 1, 2, and 3 of 162. But who has looked good is Tony Santillan. Do you think he's going to be the closer if Pagan falters?
Yeah. I mean, he's looked very sharp, and they've been putting him against, like, the teeth of these lineups, too. They're not holding him back, trying to put him at the bottom half of the lineup. So, I mean, he's looked fantastic so far.
Yeah.
But so is Pagan. There's a lot of good bullets in this bullpen of ours.
Yes, and it'll only get better once you get Alexis Diaz back.
Yeah, but I'm very excited about Santillan. He's looked great.
He's looked fantastic. He looked fantastic at the end of last year, too.
Yeah.
So it's literally sink or swim. It's like you have no other options. This is it. You have to succeed every time you go out there.
Yeah.
So good luck, buddy. So that's the bullpen there. So overall, 1 and 2, long season. And there's a lot of things that are promising moving forward. Very, very exciting. Just be up probably by the time April's over, be up 4 or 5 games.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, it would be.
It would be. We'll talk about the stretch coming up. Injury updates, baby. Austin Hayes is improving. Terry said, it's not necessarily fair to put a timetable, but I think the goal is when we come back from San Francisco. I think that's probably fair, but we'll see how he's doing. And Terry said this Sunday morning. And then Austin said this is what happened to him last year, and he didn't take the time off, and then it became a grade 2 calf strain. So isn't it nice to hear there's some leadership saying, take your time, don't force it.
Get healthy.
It's a long season. Very different from what we had, last year.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's nice that the player has learned too, because sometimes that's half the battle of like convincing them to take the rehab seriously and not push anything to get back out on the field. So it's good to know that he's just going to get healthy and be the hitter that we need him to be.
Yeah, exactly. And Lux, like I said, he's hit the ball, but like Austin Hayes was murdering this spring.
Yeah.
That's going to just lengthen that offense. So, Andrew Abbott threw 5 innings in a minor league start and looked great. Tyler Stevenson has another MRI on April 7th. Okay, that sentence, does that scare you at all that he's getting another MRI? Or is it more of a check-in because they didn't find anything? Or they're checking in because he's feeling the same?
I think it's just more of a check-in. Didn't he get an injection?
That I don't know. I can check.
It sounds like more of a check-in to me, but then again, I'm always skeptical when I hear stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever I see just MRI Tyler Stevenson...
Yeah, it makes me sad.
It makes me sad. I just miss my boy. Wow. This article literally says nothing from Fantasy Pros. It's a picture of Tyler. Great smile, bud. Tyler Stevenson is scheduled to undergo a follow-up MRI on April 7th. And then the tweet from Charlie Goldsmith. Fantasy impact, 2 sentences. Why is this? Now I gave him numbers. I gave them clicks. I gave them what they wanted. Unbelievable. I'm going to look up Tyler Stevenson injection.
Then go to images.
Go to images. Yeah, go to images. Oh, AI is not letting me take a look at it. It doesn't say anything about injection.
All right. Well, either way, I'm not too concerned yet.
I'm not either. But I hope that everything is fine because having him I know Austin Wynn's homered today, which pummeled it. He was using a torpedo bat. But Just want to have him back. Just want to make that lineup longer. Rhett Lauder is throwing off the mound.
Love it.
That's exciting.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they're eyeing his return May.
Okay. I mean, take it nice and slow. In a perfect world, we're not even going to need him till June or July. So take it nice and easy and get him healthy.
He's still super young and is being able to, lengthen the amount of innings he's able to throw. Still, there's no need to rush him forward here. So I'm glad to see that he's doing this. But again, take it easy.
Yeah. I mean, like we've said, Carson, I say Spires, you say Spears, has earned this spot to just like, hey, man, let's see how you do in the fifth spot. Give you a couple starts. See what happens. And then Abbott throwing 5 innings, Wade Mindley is throwing 2 innings tomorrow. Mm-hmm. He's thrown off a mound. He said he feels good. Even more depth.
Yeah. Just let everyone get healthy. That's what this whole offseason was for. The fucking depth.
There's a fucking depth.
Raise the floor.
Raise the floor. It's been raised. And Alexis, this is from Charlie Goldsmith. Alexis Diaz has been pitching, and yesterday he did an interesting bullpen with resistance bands and weighted bags as he works on his mechanics. Terry said it's all about stability with that front leg. That's probably the biggest thing. Then incorporating that in his delivery, where all of a sudden that becomes comfortable and second nature, so he's not trying to pitch thinking about something else. That's always been his issue, is his shoulder flying with his front leg not being in the same landing spot. Mm-hmm. So this sounds like it's just a great rehab and an excellent drill.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, too, if this has been a lingering issue before.
Potentially, yeah. I was reading how they're going to do that rehab thing or doing like the weighted bags. It seems pretty interesting. I mean, at least bring to light exactly what all his body is doing with all those different, parts moving around. Might get him to be a bit more honed in on any sort of issues that get thrown off.
Yeah, because he has a windup of a wacky waving inflatable arm and tube man. Mm-hmm. Just all over the place. Mm-hmm. Just like, oh, there's a shoulder over here. Oh, there's a leg going over here. Oh, is this flamingo falling over in the wind?
I got 3 kneecaps.
Oh, he's about to do the skickermadoo. So, yeah, maybe this is a good thing for him.
Yeah, I doubt it will hurt.
Weighted bags sounds painful.
Yeah.
Get those weighted bags and you get on a plane. I'm sorry. That was bad. Here's what we got coming up. Okay, so the Rangers here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got Singer versus Kumar Rocker. Very excited to watch that matchup. Because I'm very excited to see Kumar up close and personal. Tuesday, we've got I say Carson Spires, you say Spears, and then Nathan Eovaldi. Then Wednesday, the day game, Hunter versus Leiter.
Strikeouts.
Yeah. Whatever that prop is, plus combined strikeouts, take it.
Hammer it, yeah.
Go hammer it hard, like 13.
Noted.
Hammer it. It's going to be like plus 550. You put $5 down, you'll win like $25.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I like that. It's good to know. I just got a FanDuel, and I got $200 of free money.
Ooh. Not a paid sponsorship. FanDuel, for fuck's sake, respond to my emails. They're not really emails. They're cries for help. But,
loan me $20K.
Could I get a refund, actually, on that last bet?
Yeah, you really fucked me. And then they go, this is where it gets interesting. Then they go to Milwaukee for the weekend. Thursday, you got Lodolo. Friday, Martinez. Saturday, Singer. Sunday, I say Spires, you say Spears. And then hop on that plane Sunday afternoon, go to San Francisco. Monday, Hunter Green. Tuesday, Lodolo. Wednesday, Martinez. And then that Thursday, off day. It's a nice little leg.
Yeah, it'll be a brutal turn on the road trip, though.
Unbelievably
without a day off from Milwaukee to San Fran, but
oh yeah,
they got to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it's scheduled.
Yeah,
that's how the computers did it. And then let's just do the whole month for shits and gigs, right? Then you got that Thursday off, and then that home against Pittsburgh Friday, Saturday, Sunday, off that Monday, and then the Mariners are in town.
Wee.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sweep.
Yeah. Sweep. Oh, which one?
Go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs. Oh, you watch it, bud. You live here now. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Baltimore, and then an easy flight down to Miami Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off that Thursday. Oh my God. Why would you do this to someone? Then at Colorado, April 25, 26, 27.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday afternoon, fly back home for Cardinals. For Cardinals.
I see a lot of wins there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially at the end of the month.
Yeah. I mean, Miami is terrible.
Yeah. And
Pittsburgh's
Colorado is terrible.
so bad.
And say it with me. St. Louis is terrible.
Even though they did just sweep the Twinkies.
Yeah. But they won't be good.
They won't be good. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have their devil magic that they...
It is still too early.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just intrigued going to Milwaukee for a 4-banger this early.
Mm-hmm.
I think that all division games should start after like middle of May.
Really?
Get everybody warmed up. Let the weather get a little steamer.
Okay, when they're like more impactful, the games.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Get your interleague. Get like your Cincinnati, Sacramento
Cleveland,
A's. Yeah. Get your like non-rival like your AL West trip done. Get your AL Central done. Get like that stuff done. And then when the games really start to matter and you start to get separation with the division, go like middle, late May. Fuck June.
Mm-hmm.
It does create a lot of travel early in the season when the weather isn't as good and makes making up those rainouts tougher, though.
Yeah, it does. But like, I don't know. I mean, what? So looking at this, you think it's going to be nice in late April in Denver?
No.
It's going to be cold.
Or in Baltimore in mid-April.
Cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't care. I could care less either way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, it does make a lot of sense. I honestly was thinking about that earlier, about thinking about how you should just almost strictly play within your division for a while. But the way you're saying it, yeah, actually, I could be swayed that way because you want to have those games that are more impactful be played at a time when teams are at their optimum, you know, and not working through the kinks and stuff.
Right. Absolutely. May looks pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, let's look at June. Nope. Go back. So, yeah. Let's go burn down Manfred's house.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now we're on the same page.
Yeah, there we go. We'll get our torches, which are just torpedo bats.
Yay.
We'll get to it. Let's round third and head for home. Chris.
I will be in Detroit on the 3rd, and I will be back home on the 4th at Commonwealth Sanctuary, and then later on I will be in the Badlands shortly after that. But then also Indianapolis on the 16th. I'll be there at the White Rabbit, but I'll post some of that stuff there. Yeah.
Who are you working with at the White Rabbit? Do you know?
I'm going to be headlining, and then it's a Lucas Waterfill.
Nice.
Like that thing he's putting on. I think it's like a newer showcase that he's doing. But yeah, I'll figure all that out, and I'll post some dates and stuff, and hopefully have a good time in the Badlands.
The Badlands?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
Drink Cincy Light.
That's a great plug.
Yeah.
The best plug, honestly. April 12th, I will be at the Comet.
Nice.
Come check out those shows with Blake Rozier. He's very funny. So, yeah, come check that out. And then intheclutch.com. I'm wearing one. Oh, boy. We finally went full retro, baby. Looks like a sick 90s tee with all of our boys. Half of these, well, Spencer Steer is only hitting, but Tyler's hurt. And there's Matt McClain. And there's Ellie De La Cruz. It's pretty sweet. So go pick that up. Promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps, and you'll get 10% off. How about that? Pretty sweet. Thanks to Cincy Light, the flavor of all Cincinnati daddies. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. We're in a ska band. Pick it up and all that. So thanks to Sports Drink for hosting the audio. Thanks for having us in the Fart Dunge.
Hey, anytime, buddy. Glad to start talking about actual in-season games here. It's started. It's happening. We are in it.
Yeah, it's real baseball. We talked real baseball. We talked City Connects, and we talked food. We're officially back.
Yeah.
We're back.
And keep the good vibes out there. You know, it's just one series to start off the year. Don't go hunting for heads yet. Let's enjoy it. Let's have fun, and we'll get more critical the further on we go into the season.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. Then we'll get critical, and then if things start going bad, Torpedo backs away. So, and thank you for watching and or listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.